Oh, hello, Paula, and thanks very much for joining us on Blue Notes today. We're talking about leadership in general, and you've just received a leadership award from the Foundation for Business and Economics. But one of the things I think is interesting, your career has taken a lot of different paths, from accounting to finance to government work to corporate work, broking. Now you're on boards, including the ANZ board. Yet you've described it as unplanned. There must have been some plan, surely.
Well, I think it is the case, Andrew, it is unplanned. I am the sort of person that, looks at opportunities and grabs them. And some of the things that I've done in my career are born out of failure and lack of success. So I went from Pricewaterhouse with a very determined initiative to get into stockbroking and investment banking and M&A and all those exciting things. And I went to Ord Minnett, and then at Ord Minnett it was fantastic education in terms of finance and transactions, but it was a very tough environment for a female, and certainly as a professional female in the firm, it was not easy. Then I actually enrolled in a gardening course at Burnley and thought, enough with this corporate world. I'm sick of it, and someone said to me, you may as well keep your oar in by going onto a board, which was a career I hadn't thought about and certainly did not appeal to me. But I was persuaded that it was perhaps a sensible thing to do, and then I've thoroughly enjoyed it ever since. So it is serendipitous and it is unplanned.
It's interesting because you touch in broking and then again in funds management on gender issues which are still live today and unfortunately changing very slowly. Nevertheless, you've managed to have a huge variety in your career. I mean, is it possible, can you see where you would have gender equality and yet you could still have that sort of flexibility? Because it sounds like the flexibility was almost forced upon you.
Yeah, I think the world is changing slowly, and companies are doing better in terms of permitting women to be feminine and pursue a different sort of set of interests to men while being successful at work. And that may include being a full-on mother, and that's what we've got to do to have the benefit of having the breadth of talent in our community applied to commerce, which is the success of commerce is, causes us to be prosperous as a country, and I think that's fundamental to a successful modern society. So I think there's small steps, but it is easier today, or easier, people are more amenable to people doing different things and combining different ways of doing things.